Good evening once again, eyes wide shut viewers. Just decided to give this album the proper review it deserves. Okay, I spoke about this on the COVID vinyl conspiracy episode 1. Now this is just a separate video altogether dedicated to the album from the band Loathe, and the album titled I Let It In and It Took Everything. First of all, album title, I think that is a absolutely amazing album title, and you can interpret it any way you want, and that's the beauty of it, because it gives you so many paths to explore with the meaning of that, and some may be good but most bad, and that's a good thing. It's unsettling, but what a great name for an album. This band has come out of Liverpool, England. What come out of Liverpool, England? What could anything other than the Beatles come out of Liverpool, England? I give you the band Loathe. I love the Beatles, and I'm sure Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr, the remaining members of the Beatles, probably not even like Loathe, as one of those sort of closet sort of band things you like on the side. Okay. I think I might have said this before. I discovered this band by the beauty of Spotify. Once you've finished playing a band you've been listening to, and if you don't do anything, it will go through to another band that might be similar or recommended to you. I was listening to Code Orange, and a song from this band, Loathe, come on. Now, it was on the earlier album, the song come on, but as soon as I heard it, I was taken in. Wanted to do some further exploring. So this album came out at the start of the year, and I wanted to listen to it. Put it on, and the first listen, it immediately took me on a journey of really, really, really difficult experiences to explain. The only way I can sort of describe it is, and I'll describe it in post as sort of something like Deftones meets My Bloody Valentine meets hardcore freaking music. It takes you to all corners of those dimensions, and it really in that aspect of it, and affecting you emotionally on those all corners, and basically making you feel that sort of way is what music's beauty gives to us beautiful people. So this album, I mean, wow, where on earth did it come from? And as I said, it came out in February at the start of the year, and obviously with everything going on, I don't know if people have missed it, but I do know a lot of people have freaking got it. Everybody knows the Deftones have been sort of a unique band that have been absolutely giving it their all and sort of surviving on their own merits because of the beauty of their music, heavy, emotional, and all that sort of stuff. These guys have taken what the Deftones do, they've grabbed a bit of a because band from England, let's take a bit of that beautiful shoegaze that My Bloody Valentine do, Swerve Driver, bits of Ride, and throw this mean, hardcore element into it, and we're just going to absolutely flip everyone on their bums. So, this album, and I'm going to say it again, I let it in and I took everything. Please post your remarks at the end of this video on what that meaning of this album does to you, because for me, it's such an amazing yet haunting, hurtful album title that if you sat down and thought about it, wow. So, I mean, there's so many beautiful and wonderfully crafted songs on here. I want to start off with a song that's I just keep playing. There's a song called Screaming that is just, the guitarist, he's, so there's two vocalists. There's the guy, and his name is, shivers. And this is, again, I should be prepared for all this stuff. The lead singer on this album gives you all that incredible screams and hardcore vocals. And yet there's this guy, this uncanny, beautiful, sort of strange guy playing this sort of Fender Strat, this sort of, what do they call it? It's like a really longer scale guitar that gives you that sort of really heavy tone, playing these heavy riffs, but yet doing these beautiful, emotive sort of vocals. Not similar, but definitely not the same as Chino from Deftones, but giving it something so unique that these guys are just the pallbearers now for this new, just cataclysmic sort of music. So, Screaming, and then they have these beautiful songs like Two-Way Mirror and Is It Really You, with these just heavy riffs with these beautifully emotive sort of vocals over the top of it. And then they'll just come out with the next song, guns a-blazing, and KO you with this brute force hardcore sort of music. The album's produced by Loathe, but mastered by Jens Borgner. Now this guy's well known in amongst the community. He's done stuff for Opeth and a lot of awesome metal bands. But these guys, they're responsible for this album. They're responsible for everything about it. And it's just a shame that all this sort of stuff that's going on through the year, I hope that everyone out there in Music Lane gets to really discover this band and this album, and I hope they get to just jump out in your face and go, we're here, motherfuckers, this is how it is. And I reckon these are the guys that do it, and when they get the chance, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. So, I'm here now to tell all you beautiful people who are watching this, and the people who already know about this album, to just give you that warmth and that comforting feeling to know that, yeah, that dude's right, that album is freaking kick ass. Kick ass, put you on your ass, put you back on your feet, float around in the world, shoegaze, and just come back and go, thank you, Loathe. But I let it in and it took everything. I let it in and it took everything. That has to be one of the most amazing and interpretive album covers, album titles that I've heard in such a long time. Such a great name, and it's basically giving yourself this album up to interpretation. And the beauty of it is it suits the music so freaking well. It's just, I've never known an album title to suit the variety and styles and depths and passages and places that the music takes you. The heaviness, the dreamy, shoegazy sort of beautiful melodies to these heavy freaking riffs. As I said, they're taking that sort of genre and they're crafting their own. I mean, and they're using the experiences growing up in Liverpool, all this harsh stuff that they've been dealt with, and they're just throwing it at you with this album. And check out the last album too. But this album is the freaking shit. I let it in and it took everything. Fucking hell. Far out, man. Loathe. Loathe, Loathe. please guys, check this album out, because if there's anything I can recommend during these times to all you music lovers out there who know me and people who don't know me, I'm recommending this to you as an album to at least give you some complacency and some sort of resolve in this time. I let it in and I took everything. The band is Loathe. You are going to be hearing so much more from this band. You just are. And my dedication to them is this: My Bloody Valentine's Loveless album cover, because it flourishes and it's like haberdashery woven into this album, with hardcore, with Deftones, sort of heavy emotive stuff, and all other things going around at the moment. I let it in and it took everything. Loathe. Album of the year.